Hello, Amy Wilkinson and Lucy Wager here from Oh For Food's Sake. We've got a masterclass coming up on networking, which is next Wednesday, the 28th at 12:30. And we're just going to do a few videos over the next few days about why networking is so important. But we thought it was worth starting talking about why we all resist it, or why we've resisted it in the past, and why we've always thought it was quite painful. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, aren't we, Lucy?
Yeah, because it's really important, because I hadn't really appreciated the importance of my network until I really needed it. And I think we wanted to share as much as we could in a masterclass, because there's so much to it, isn't there? And there's these barriers that we put up, which you probably don't even realize that you're putting these barriers up, but actually it can be so helpful. It's worth thinking about what your barriers are, so you can start to do something about it and at least address some of them.
Yeah.
And I think for me, one of the biggest ones was like this fear of rejection. Of, like, you know, if you're walking into a room and you're going to like a networking event, we've talked about before, that awful feeling of like you're not going to know anyone, or you know, everybody
it's
else.
a bit school playgroundy, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
you know,
and
who's
so
going to want to talk to me?
It is. And I think because we're adults and we're at work, we think, well, I don't have to put myself through that, so I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? And even if you're in the event, you can avoid talking to people, but there are definitely things that you can do to make it less painful. Which is what we want to talk about, isn't it, really?
Yeah, because I think that one of the things, like I thought for a long time networking was just about that standing in a room with warm wine and like having to make small talk with men in grey suits. And it really isn't that. I mean, there's lots of networking events now that are for women, which makes it actually a lot easier. But there's loads of other ways to build your network, isn't it? And I've built my network massively in the last couple of years, and it's not, a lot of it's not been in person, a lot of it's been online, and it's actually not that painful.
You haven't left your room.
But I think for a long time, I just thought people are, you know, why would people want to talk to me? Why would people want me in their network? But I also, you know, people always think I'm really extroverted, and I'm absolutely happy standing on a stage. But put me in a room having to make small talk with people, flip me. I hate it. I hate it. But I've found a way of building my network that suits me, and that's what we want to get across in the
there's so many ways of doing it. And actually a lot of what we do every day are big opportunities for building your network. We just don't recognize it. And once you recognize those small things that you're actually doing every day, and little tweaks and changes and bits and pieces that you can do, it, you know, really dramatically changes your life. And I think you and I have done it in slightly different ways over the last sort of 2 to 3 years, haven't we? And every day, I think we both use our networks for the better of our careers and our, you know, lives in general. And it's a really rewarding thing to do, because it's a bit like when we've talked about complimenting other people. You get something out of it, but so does the other person, and that's the joy of it, because we're such social animals. But it is recognizing that it's not about going into a room where you don't know anyone and that intimidation factor. Sometimes it can be about that, and there are ways of dealing with that, but it's not just about that by any means.
No, and it doesn't have to be painful. So if you kind of know that you need to build your network and that it might be advantageous to do it, but you just don't even know where to start, and it makes you feel a little bit sick in your mouth, then come and join us next Wednesday. It is Wednesday the 28th at 12:30, so we've done it over lunchtime. But if you can't join live, you can just register and you will get the replay. We'll send that out within like 24 hours. So come and join us there.
Yeah, love to see you there.
All right. And we will be back tomorrow with another little snippet to talk about why networking is important. See you later.